Regional baseball in San Bernardino. It's win or go home in the Northwest Regional. Alaska ready to regain their momentum, but the team from Washington looking for their first win. Alaska and Washington next. We wrap up day 3 in San Bernardino, Al Houghton Stadium Northwest Regional Elimination Game as Seattle, Washington takes on Juneau, Alaska. Hi everybody, I'm Trey Bender alongside Greg Olson for this one. Two teams are trying to build on some positives heading into this one. For this team from Washington, they haven't played since day 1. Meanwhile, Alaska, they have a win already in the regional.
Yeah, so the positive aspect coming out of this, Alaska gets a big win on game 1, 2-1. Thomas Baxter was a hero. And for Washington, they came off of a devastating first inning against Idaho, but they were able to beat Idaho on the scoreboard for the rest of the way.
They played much better after that first inning. When you talk about Alaska, the team from Juneau making the long trip down here already have the win. And they're a squad that had to feel good about their pitching, and they're hoping to get that here and then try to put that Montana loss behind them.
Well, and that's the only issue they're going to have is they ran out of 4 pitchers versus Montana, and so they're going to be 4 pitchers short. We're going to have to see how that plays out.
And the West Seattle Little Leaguers from Washington, after a loss to Idaho, will try to get on track here. Long trip as well down to San Bernardino, but great baseball played in that part of the country.
Oh, great baseball players have been coming out of there for years. They just got off to a horrible start, down 11-0 after the first inning.
It's Washington against Alaska. Season on the line, Northwest Regional Elimination Game. Day 3 wraps up in San Bernardino at Al Houghton Stadium. Washington and Alaska Northwest Regional Elimination Game. The West Seattle Little Leaguers against the Gastineau Channel Little Leaguers here at Houghton Stadium. Both teams wearing red, and Washington trying to erase that loss on day 1. And here's a look at their lineup. They have Buring leading things off in the 9-hole, and Matthew Henning an important piece. He's not only their starting pitcher, but hits in the 3rd spot in the order. And they did put some runs on the board in their first game.
They did. Matthew Henning had 2 hits. They had a double, and they'll be running into Thomas Baxter. He was the star of Game 1 for Alaska. Came in the middle innings, just about closed it out, and got the big 2-run single up the middle to give Alaska the win, 2-1.
Wrestling and baseball state titles for Baxter, a great athlete. And here's a look at the defense around him. Marujo makes a lot of plays, can cover a lot of ground, has a good arm out there at shortstop.
And Keon Buss has been very, very active out in center field, tracking some balls down. Caleb Campbell, the other offensive star for Alaska, will be behind the plate. And that's a pretty good battery for Alaska tonight.
Yeah, this is an important game for Baxter. A guy, when he's on, can really be tough to hit, and they need him with the season on the line here.
Absolutely, Trey. Completely agree. Hate to say it's all on Thomas Baxter, but you just said that, so I'll leave it at that.
Now, number 17 is going to face Buring as we open up things here. The final game of Day 3, Northwest Region play. Things starting to shape up. We already have a Southern California, Northern California matchup set for tomorrow in the West Region.
Tristan Buring leading off the game. Avoid stepping on base paths, which, you know, that superstition is off the table right away. When you got a base hit, you're running down the line, you're allowed to step on base paths.
You know, it's one of those understood things, but sometimes you need to say it, put it in print sometimes just to solidify if anybody does not know.
Well, you know, if you're out here watching the game and he's like, well, if he can't step on the base paths, how's he get around the bases? Well, it's the chalk lines he doesn't step on, and you're allowed to step on those after you get a hit.
Fastball, strike 3 call. James Davis Jr. with the call there, and a good start for Baxter.
Good location on that fastball, in on the hands, well framed by Caleb Campbell. And we're going to be talking about that duo quite a bit tonight. They will lead the offense for Alaska.
Here's Miles Gastola, the first baseman.
Well, we talked a little bit. Alaska has 4 pitchers that are ineligible to pitch due to a lengthy pitch count yesterday. And the only pitcher for Seattle that is not allowed to pitch today is Miles Gastola. He started Game 1.
Left-handed stick. And he's one of the older players at 13. Favorite team, the 1996 Dream Team. Good choice. You know all those guys. Basketball stars.
That's got to be Malone. No?
Stockton.
Yeah?
Fouls it off.
Jordan? I like the 92 team better.
You're thinking, yeah, you're thinking a little bit further back.
Okay.
Barkley.
I like the 92 team better. Bird, Jordan.
Magic. This guy also plays basketball. Obviously, a lot of interest in that sport as well as baseball.
I'm just doing the math. I don't think he was alive watching the 96 Dream Team, so he's got
reads up on the history, though.
TiVo somewhere. Stays alive. High fastball. You see Thomas Baxter in the upper 60s. That's going to be looking like a fastball about 90, 89, 90 miles an hour from a 60-foot mound.
Out in front of that one, swing and a miss, but gets past the catcher, and Gastola is on.
And we see Thomas Baxter's first breaking ball. Good pitch, good location on it. Catcher Caleb Campbell unable to get a glove on it, goes to the backstop, no play at first base. Now Matthew Henning, he was 2 for 3 with a double in their first game.
And he hammers it to center. That's well hit, and that ball is out of here.
Matthew Henning, it's a first pitch fastball, middle of the plate, belt high, maybe a little bit higher, and squares it up. Here's the pitch again. That ball is middle of the plate, and right when he hit it, he knew it.
He hit a walk-off home run to get them to the championships in district play, and this will be an even bigger thrill with the season on the line.
You can see a little bit of the mound meeting right now. Trying to talk to Thomas Baxter. Caleb Campbell came out while the home run celebration was going on. I love the fact that, you know, Caleb's walking out, hey, let it go. You know what? We haven't even gotten a chance to bat yet. You know, you and I are going to get some hits. Settle in. Let's get out of this inning.
Caden Fay now, the manager's son. Mike, his dad. Fastball there from Baxter.
Thomas Baxter, deep breath. Boy, he's calm and cool. I love the demeanor on the mound. It's like, all right, let's get back to work. I made a mistake. Matthew Henning made me pay. Let's get out of this. There's that good slider that he's shown once already.
He laces that one into right center field. Makes the turn on his way to second, picked up by Buss, and there's a double for Fay.
Well, right now, Thomas Baxter's just leaving a couple pitches in the middle of the plate, and I can pretty much guarantee you that Seattle on their off day had a nice workout session and BP was involved. So these guys have gotten their swings over the last day, gotten their work in. Alaska's been out on the field for the past 2 days.
And now Bobby Trigg gets involved. Singles to center. Fay rounding third. They're going to hold him up. Runners on the corners.
Bobby Trigg was 1 for 2 in their first game. So he's already experienced a hit here in San Bernardino.
Well, you think these West Seattle Little Leaguers were excited to get out here after that Game 1 loss?
You can see the boys in the dugout. They are fired up. This is exactly the start they were hoping for.
There's Robbie Foisey, 12-year-old, big fan of the Mariners. Looks at that one for ball one. Basketball, soccer, cross-country guy as well. Great athlete.
I think he likes to run.
What, soccer and cross-country, you put some miles on.
Good location on that last pitch by Thomas Baxter.
That one pops out of the glove. Here comes the runner, Fay, sliding in safely. And down to second is Trigg. They add to their lead.
Looks like Thomas Baxter reared back and just cut that one loose. He had a really good location on the pitch before that. Gonna have a mound trip right now, and this is one of those, hey boys, we're all right, settle in.
That's Mike Fay and this Washington group, the West Seattle Little Leaguers.
These coaches do everything for these guys, you know, psychologist, trainer, you know, just take care of the kids.
Cheerleader.
motivational speaker. And that was a little motivational speech right there by Coach Mike Fay.
Boise a chance to drive one in, already 3 on the board.
Gets back to it. Fastball in. Good location. Well, he's thrown a couple good sliders. I'd be looking to try to put him away with the slider, but he's moving back in for the fastball. I don't know what to say. I don't know where that pitch was.
Baxter struck out the first 2 he faced, and there's a ball that's fouled off.
So nice piece of hitting by Foisey to stay alive. Just foul tips that one.
Ball 4. Well, after back-to-back Ks, one of them was a dropped third strike, a home run, a double, a single, and a walk.
Now we have Wyatt Glover, the chance to expand on the lead, looking for that probably that first pitch fastball that.
He's gonna lay the bunt down. Baxter only play at first, off balance throw, got him. Boy, what a great play, as tried to get set to deliver it and delivered a strike, 2 down.
Well, Wyatt Glover gets the sacrifice bunt, but he was also trying for a hit. Good idea. You can flat out run down the line, gets it down to third base. Thomas Baxter initially comes up thinking he might go to second. Quickly realizes he has no play there.
And here's Matthew Hazelgrove driving one into right field. That'll score a couple runs. And what an inning for the West Seattle Little Leaguers, now in front 5-0.
Seattle has come out here with a game plan, and you're seeing it. It's happened a lot. First pitch, fastball. And I think I have 4 hits on my book right now that have been first pitch fastballs. So the game plan walking in for Seattle, and we don't get a chance to talk to the coaches between games, but these guys came in with the game plan. Hey, first pitch fastball, whatever you see, you go. And it's worked for 4 base hits so far tonight.
Well, it's contagious. 5 runs on 3 hits. And here comes the 9th hitter to the plate for Washington.
Washington has 14 players on their roster, and Little League rules, and this is what's so great about Little League, everybody plays. So those 5 guys that are substitutes will all get 1 at bat at some point during this game. If one of the teams, and we only have 1 team here in San Bernardino that has 12 players on the roster, which is 3 substitutes, those 3 players have to play 6 consecutive outs and get 1 at bat. Anything over 12, you get 1 at bat.
Simon Vance now pinch running, and the pinch hitter is Jake Daly, batting with 2 down. Big cut from number 25. Makes the hitter on one side of the bat.
Interesting. Okay. Well, he gets his grip and makes sure the one side of the bat that's working is where he's going to make impact at. There he goes checking the bat. All right, I got the right side.
Anything is get the barrel out in front, but
I've never heard that before, but, you know, whatever works for you.
Off-speed pitch misses, 1-2.
Well, we talked about it a little bit in the open. Washington, you know, comes from a great area of baseball, and they open up with Idaho. Idaho scores 11 in the first, and they were just never in the game.
Yeah, they were shell-shocked. Big inning here, though. Strikeout, 9 come to the plate, 5 runs, 3 hits. Big two-run homer, Matthew Henning.
Matthew Henning, fastball middle, drives it out over the Chick-fil-A sign. Washington scores 5 in the top of the first. Here comes Alaska.
West Seattle Little League in front of the Gastineau Channel Little League from Alaska. 5-0 bottom of the first. 9 come to the plate for Washington in this elimination game, Northwest Regional. So some work to do for Alaska, who already has a win in this regional. Kean Buss, a lot of speed, the leadoff man, but they like Campbell and Baxter. They're kind of the heart and soul of this squad. The catcher and the pitcher provide the power in the lineup.
Kean Buss has gotten 3 hits so far here in San Bernardino, including a triple. Eli Krupe got the save in game 1. And then Caleb Campbell and Thomas Baxter have plugged up the middle.
Hey, we got a birthday boy, the leadoff hitter, Kean Buss. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Kean.
And he is ready to go. The starting center fielder, and he's going to be facing Matthew Henning, Nationals fan, also plays hoops and soccer.
And he's got a great number. You got to love guys
that
that
wear
wear 30.
Who wore that number?
Got to love guys that wear 30.
Some pitcher for the Orioles and Diamondbacks, and some closer. The name's not coming to mind.
I had that with about 7 of my 10 teams. I was able to get 30. Matthew Henning, I hate to say it, he needs to settle in. You know, he just hit a 2-run home run, first pitch fastball. He's got to be completely amped up. I love seeing the first pitch strike.
Got to channel it a little bit more when you're on the hill. And that's a good pitch there. And it's 0-2.
All right, I don't know what I'm talking about. He's already got it figured out. He's channeled. He got it all out of his system.
Off-speed pitch, strikes out Buss. 3 pitches, 1 out.
Yeah, like I said, I don't have any idea what I'm talking about. I just kind of, if I was in the same shoes and I hit a home run, I'd be kind of amped up. But he got himself all worked out in those 8 warm-up pitches. Fastball in, fastball away, slider away. 1 out.
That's confidence. Defense around him. Boise can really run. They can all run out there. Good speed. Fay, the coach's kid in left field.
Hazel Grove behind the plate. Obviously, catchers are so important all the way through baseball, but so important right now with the drop third strike in play.
That's a hard hit ball. Scooped up by Trigg across the grass. Got him. 2 down.
Bobby Trigg over at first base. Ball to his left. Goes down to get it. Comes up, sets his feet, and makes a perfect throw.
Here's the power guy, Caleb Campbell, the catcher. He had 3 home runs in their state title series.
He went 2 for 2 with a walk in their loss to Montana.
Most fun thing about playing Little League, according to Caleb scoring runs. They need some.
I'll tell you what, I'm just sitting there looking back from the center field view, and that bat looks so small in his hands, doesn't it?
Big kid.
Big kid. And I know all these kids growing up, they're so excited to start using bigger bats and heavier bats and thinking that's going to supply the power. And my favorite story is Barry Bonds used a 33-inch bat, 33-31. Arguably one of the strongest human beings that's played baseball. And Barry Bonds used a smaller bat than I did.
Wow. Well, Babe Ruth had a huge bat,
huge,
right?
38 inch, 35-ounce bat, yeah. But that bat looks so small in his hands right there.
2-2 now to Campbell.
Pretty close pitch. It's called a front door slider. Starts off at Caleb Campbell's shoulder and breaks down and in.
Chased a high one and strikes out. 1-2-3 inning. Effective inning for Matthew Henning. 5-0. Washington leads Alaska. Top of the order coming up for the West Seattle Little Leaguers. Dave, the ice cream man, handed out the good stuff. Top of the second, Washington leading Alaska 5-0. Little League would like to extend its appreciation to its official sponsors like Gatorade and Dick's Sporting Goods, who help to maintain the strength and leadership of the Little League program. Little League would also like to thank its dedicated volunteers who make the program a special experience for millions of children. You were eyeing those ice cream sandwiches earlier. Dave makes a lot of people happy out there.
Yeah, those are stuffed animals. I've already got one of those. I was looking for the ice cream.
Well, he is the ice cream man.
That's a stuffed animal.
He's the guy to talk to, though.
Where did the dinosaurs go?
Kids are having a great time at the park here. A lot going on. Of course, baseball, the number one thing, and Washington has their offense clicking. They sent 9 to the plate against Thomas Baxter. And now it's the top of the order again, Tristan Buring. Fouls that off.
Buren struck out in the first on watching a fastball in. And he's down in an 0-2 hole. Got a good swing at that one. It was just a little elevated and hard to catch up with.
English, that's a good one. I kind of liked English, I got to be honest with you. Good to see he likes it. There's a laser into right field and a base hit. Buring's on for the first time. Kind of got that barrel out in front on that one, didn't he?
Yeah, it was a slider that Baxter just didn't get to spin enough, and he struggled a little bit with the command. And I can guarantee he walked in, and Coach Mike Fay probably pulled him aside and said, hey, excuse me, not Coach Mike Fay.
David Buss?
David Buss. Pulled him aside and said, hey, you're jumping on your first pitch fastball. Let's start mixing things up a little bit. Focus on your location. And he just left a slider up to Tristan Buring.
Yeah, Miles Gostola struck out but reached.
Gostola, good athlete. Favorite athlete, Jim Thorpe.
Maybe the greatest athlete of all time.
Maybe.
Arguably.
I played with that guy Bo Jackson in college. He was kind of a good athlete, I thought.
I had a chance to see him when he played with the Royals, and man, what an amazing physical specimen he was.
He was just fun to watch on a daily basis at Auburn. That was a really good 0-2 pitch. Good idea. Fastball up out of the zone. See if he can get Gostola to go chasing. Now we might see that slider down low that got him a strikeout in the first inning.
Just off the plate there, 2-2.
Good velocity, 70 miles an hour, coming from 44 feet.
Favorite film is The Perfect Game.
That's one of my that is one of my all-time favorite baseball movies.
3-2.
He tried to come back with that slider, left it up a little bit.
Matthew Henning's on deck. Pitch number 7. Foul back.
Looked like he took a little bit off of it, which is a good idea, trying to change the hitter's timing. And Gostola with a nice piece of hitting to stay through it. Trey, we talked about it. Alaska burned 4 pitchers yesterday. They have a 14-man roster. Thomas Baxter's coming up on his 40th pitch.
There's a grounder, a fair ball. Third baseman Nelson late with the throw, and an infield single for Gostola. Yeah, and they need Baxter to give them some innings here, first and foremost, but their options are limited after him.
Yeah, they're really in a hole, and if they get through this, just Gostola hits that ball, and it hugged the line all the way down. I thought it might start to fall off with a little bit of a slope, but it stayed right where it did. Nelson at third base does all he can do to get in front of it, keep it from going down the line, but it's just a long throw, and Gostola was running hard from the left-handed batter's box.
Henning again, 2-run homer first time up.
And really, this is a big moment for Alaska. You got a guy who's seeing the ball really well.
Hits it hard. Third baseman has it. Nice play by Nelson to the bag. Throw across is an errant one. Uring retired. Gostola is going to come around and score. 6-0. Throw to third. Not in time as Henning, not sliding, but he's safe.
Ooh. Well, Nelson makes a nice play, and it's perfectly done up into the point. He goes over, touches third, and then fires over, and it's such a long throw. He just launched it a little bit over the first baseman Quinto's head. Here's a play again. Nice job. Steps on the bag, knows exactly what he wants to do. Just put a little bit too much air under the ball. We might have a review on that play. That throw was right into the body of Henning. Nelson does a great job of getting out there and catching it. I'm going to go on a limb and think he was out.
Henning hitting into that force play, then the throwing error. And then he tried to stretch it to third. The run does score to make it 6-0.
I think you got to review this play. You got one out. You can't really have another run coming in, making it 7-0.
James Davis Jr., Ralph Metz, Kevin Macho, David Burt on the infield. Volunteer umpires here putting in the long hours in the heat.
And they have
San
done
Bernardino.
a great job out here. It's been up to 108. I know you were excited the other day when you saw 111 possibility coming in today. We only got 108.
We didn't reach it, but could be hotter tomorrow. Keep an eye on that.
Runner is called out. You can see he's trying to avoid getting hit by the throw down. And what a great job by Nelson to get his glove in front of Henning to make the catch. And so a very unique double play where we got a 5U, 3-2, 5.
Boy, that'll fill up the scorebook.
That is the best double play numbers I think I've seen in a long time.
So Henning retired 2 down. Run comes across 6-0. Caden Fay pulls it foul.
5U, 3-2, 5. Yeah, that's a standard double play, isn't it?
Well, we've seen the 9-6 fielder's choice put out. And now this.
We've
what
seen
was that again?
5U, 3-2, 5.
Got it. Oh, 2 now to Fay, who doubled his first time up.
We see Baxter throwing a changeup, 58 miles an hour. He's touched 70 miles an hour already today. Fay with a double. He was 1 for 3, pitched last game. Steps out of the box, doesn't like the whole timing. He's been in the box too long. He gets time from home plate umpire James Davis Jr.
1-2 to Fay.
You can see Baxter looking into the dugout going, all right, don't call the slider anymore, please. It's not working. I don't like it.
Fastball, liner, foul down the right field line. Fay giving it a run there.
And having coached my share of Little League, that is exactly what Thomas Baxter was saying. Please don't call the slider anymore. It's not working. I don't like it.
Thinking it, of course.
Well, it's not. It's a tough pitch to learn. It's rotating your hand from behind the ball, rotating around, and almost getting to the front of the ball. And it's really hard on the elbow. So I have no problem if he doesn't throw a slider until he's 13 or 14.
Took something off that one. Good pitch, striking out Fay and ending the inning. A run across, but that's it. Couple hits. 6-0. Washington extends their advantage.
Oh, when he. Oh, I couldn't. I realized.
Washington leading Alaska 6-0. Northwest Regional elimination game here. 5 in the first and 1 more in the second. We're joined by Kevin Gross, the great Dodgers right-hander, Little League alum, wearing his Dodgers apparel, number 46. We've seen the Orioles jersey. Of course, Greg was a big fan of that. Glad you could come up here with us.
I was a Dodger too, Trey. So I'm a fan
yeah, I
of the
know.
Dodgers.
You like wearing the black and orange, though. I'm not
do,
sure this
yeah.
guy understands, but I'm sure it's a special moment every time you get to see these kids.
It is.
The way
You
they
know,
play.
I live 20 miles from here, so we're here in Upland, and just to come down, it's kind of exciting. I don't get to do it a lot, but just to watch the young kids and how talented they are, it's just amazing. Oh, we got a timeout or something, huh?
I don't know what that was. That was right in the middle of Henning's pitch. He had fly in his
So
mask.
were you
I don't
on
know
the
what it was.
Orioles in '83?
I was on the Orioles. '89 was my rookie year.
Okay. Okay.
So we didn't cross paths, I don't believe.
I know we played the Orioles in the '83 World Series when had a great pitching staff. Then.
Yeah, Philly. Absolutely.
Now, you're an all-star. You pitched a no-hitter at the major league level. What about the little league moments, the experiences you remember growing up?
You know, I played right over here in Diamond Bar Little League, and we had a really good team, I thought, back then. And of course, you know, when you're on the team, you feel like you have a great team. I ended up throwing a perfect game in one of the District 20 games, and we were just talking about it because we were wondering about the pitch count now, you know, because the poor kid had a perfect game today.
Yeah,
and
the
then
next
after
pitch would
65
have cost him the rest of the tournament, so he had to come out.
So it's kind of, you know, I was just telling the kid, you got to cherish every moment you walk on the field because you might do something spectacular for a memory of a lifetime, you know. And here's a boy that has an opportunity to throw a perfect game and the pitch count.
Well, and they don't realize it right now, but
Right,
they're
exactly.
going to remember playing in San Bernardino in 20 and 30 years and the moments and some of the guys on the team. You
Absolutely.
know, Trey and I have been joking, and I remember my 12-year-old Little League team, Harding Glass and Keystone in Omaha, Nebraska. You remember yours?
Absolutely. Diamond Bar Little League. I remember my coaches, you know, Tom Bell, Mike Dorning, some of the players, and you know, it was just a great moment, and that's where it all starts. I used to walk to the field because it was down Sunset Boulevard there in Diamond Bar, and you know, just great memories. That's where it starts. You know, you don't know it until now, and you look back and cherish those moments. So.
Well, I was laughing. We didn't have a view of the perfect game. We don't get a view of the dugout. But tell us about the no-hitter you had with the Dodgers. I mean, at what point did everybody get away from you?
Well, they kind of do, you know, at that level, but I'm not that kind of guy. And, you know, I think it was the 8th inning, Robbie Thompson hit a line drive, which was probably the best ball hit of the whole game, and Jose Offerman snagged it over there at short, and he came in, he said, we're going to get it. You know, who's going to say that, right?
Nobody.
Nobody. But they knew that I was a guy they could talk to. And, you know, I've always been a pretty good team player and kind of a cheerleader on the dugout. And you know, I talk during the game. I'm not a quiet guy. I like to, you know, I talk to the pitching coach or some of the players and rooting them on. Let's go. Let's win.
That's great.
And we had a tough year that year. But I was just pitching. It was one of those days where everything went together.
And even at this age, you can sense when you're in a zone as Ludman strikes out here. These kids, Erickson, that combined perfect game, he was in that groove. And I asked Greg about it. I'm sure you've had it where that plate looks like it's going to be a strike every time.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we have these times where you go down the bullpen and you warm up and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't have my good stuff, right? You know, we've all been there.
Yes.
And then you get on the mound and that feeling is like, oh, geez, now I got great stuff all of a sudden. But then it's been the opposite. Like you go in the bullpen and everything's perfect, come out and can't get to the 5th inning.
Oh, I've had games where I walked out and I was like, this is the best stuff I've ever had in my life, and
you overthrow.
I can't get out of the inning.
Yeah,
I get one third of an inning and I'm out of the game, and it's just like, okay, what happened?
Yeah, I was watching that boy in the first game, and he was just dialed in and so confident and great curveball.
And there's Arujo with a single to center, throw to the plate.
Oh, what a play!
Safe at home plate is Baxter.
That was a good play.
And they get the first run down 6-1.
Great play by the catcher. Hazelgrove just
Stayed right in there.
short hop, picked it, dropped the glove. I thought we might have an out at home plate. Here's again. Single up the middle. Watch this throw.
Just a little late. I mean, to see a kid do this at 12 years old is just amazing, you know. To me, I every time I come and watch the little guys play, it's really cool.
How about the versatility of the kids? There's a bouncing ball. Third baseman Trigg throws out Quinto, and Arujo taking third on the play, 2 away. Versatility. I mean, they're playing all over the place.
Well, that's what I actually told them down there. You know, I spoke with both teams, and I'm like, you know, the thing I love to tell young kids is to be a great athlete first, before you even walk on the field. You know, prepare physically, mentally, you know, eat healthy, and figure out what makes you tick and make you feel good, because we have to pitch every 4 or 5 days, or if you're in the bullpen guy, you got to know how to feel good every day, you know, and be a good athlete, be in great shape. I took pride in that. I came to spring training ready to pitch. I didn't use spring training to pitch.
You had to. At our level, it became, you know, got to the point where you had to come to spring training ready to go.
Absolutely.
Because there's guys in AAA that had better stuff almost every year, and you're seeing them in spring training going, wow, who is this guy?
Right.
You're fighting for a job, it seems like, every year.
I always had a goal when I left spring training. My job was to pitch 9 innings.
I love that. That's
And,
so outdated now.
It is, absolutely. And I don't know why. They talk about getting to the third time through the lineup and guys' averages are up. Well, we used to do it. Why can't we do it now? Now we have analytics to tell us, no, we can't.
And now you don't do it.
And they say no, but we did it forever.
Yeah. No, and you got almost everybody in the 2, 3, 4, 5 pitchers are going out after 5 or 6 innings. And that's the game today.
Yeah, a little mind-boggling, but it is what it is.
Ezra Vidal, a liner into the glove of Sherrick, and that'll end the inning. Run across over for Alaska, 6-1. Kevin Gross joining us. Thanks for coming up here.
Yeah, thank you guys. Enjoy it.
Kevin, it's great to see you, brother.
The Dodger right-hander, a 6-1 game through 2 innings. Northwest Regional Elimination game here in San Bernardino. (6-1) Washington leading Alaska as we move to the 3rd inning here. The West Seattle Little Leaguers have out-hit Alaska 6-1. Focused on fun, fitness, and fundamentals, the Little League journey starts with T-ball. Visit littleleague.org/T-ball for our free 10-week practice plan to keep the youngest Little Leaguers moving, having fun, and learning the games of baseball and softball. So Alaska finally getting on the board, now trailing.
And they did it with Thomas Baxter, and Thomas Baxter's back out there again. But you know what? Nice start. And this is Little League baseball at its finest. The whole infield of Alaska comes in. Thomas Baxter's joking around. He got off to a rough start, but he's still out there having fun. He's playing baseball.
And they're hoping that that run will get the gates open a little bit for this team offensively. They've only scored 3 runs in the regional. Here's a look at this pitch by Trigg, foul back.
Right into home plate umpire James Davis, right off his right shoulder. And you can see the pads on the shoulders. The chest protector has moved inside and under the shirt. He's got shoulder pads on. He's got the neck guard. It's pretty well protected, but you'd be shocked how many times those baseballs find an open spot.
Why is that?
I just assume it's karma, and I've done something to deserve a foul ball off my shoulder. We saw Thomas Baxter. I thought he was looking in the dugout trying to call off no more sliders, but he just threw one right there. That's more of a curveball, a completely different pitch. Much slower than the slider. Pretty good pitch for a 1-2 count.
How about avoiding washing your cleats? That's a superstition for Robert.
I don't know. I mean, I never thought about washing my cleats. You just come back out and you go again. Those things could use a little spit polish.
Swings and misses. Chase that one outside the zone. And out number 1. That's 5 now for Baxter.
Quietly, settling in.
Good pitch.
Pitch count 54 now. And pinch hitter coming up for West Seattle.
We've already seen Jake Daly come in. Looks like we're going to see Parker Ely for an at-bat in place of Robbie Foisey.
Avoids saying rain. That's a good one in baseball. No one wants to see the rain. You know, the old Milwaukee Braves used to have the saying, spawn insane and pray for rain, because they didn't have that third starter.
Or a fourth starter or a fifth starter.
But it's not often you're praying for rain in baseball.
You know, yeah, but I mean, look where he's coming from. He's in Seattle. It rains 290 days out of the year. You know, he's probably going, all right, every time I don't say rain, the other 70, I'm in pretty good shape. Get to play baseball that day.
Ely takes a big cut at the first one.
Thomas Baxter has settled in nicely, scored a run last inning, hoping to get back into the dugout quickly and get the bats going again.
Motto for this West Seattle team, we are 14 strong.
I like that.
Team unity, playing it as a unit key, got each other's back. A team greater than any one player. Oh, inside. And Ely's hit. He's up and trotting down there.
Man, the way he went down, I was a little worried that got him on the wrist. You see the great sportsmanship by Thomas Baxter coming over, checking on him. This fastball just got away, up and in. Clipped off the left wrist. It's a tough kid right there.
And then the hand slap there with first baseman.
Well, he's all right. Look at him. All right. Good to know. I've had a couple scary hit by pitches today in San Bernardino.
Now another pinch hitter, Blake Taft, with 1 out, 1 on. They're using this opportunity, the third inning, which has been the most common inning to go to the pinch hitters we've noticed in this regional.
It seems to be, yeah. You know what? You start looking down the line and where you're at in the game, and you have a game plan walking into it on who's going to bat for who and when you're going to try to get them in. But once you get out there and the game starts going on, you have to stick to that game plan. You don't want to start ad-libbing because it just creates a lot of havoc.
We've seen teams that jump out to big leads in the first inning sometimes go to the pinch hitters in that first inning. There's a shot knocked down by Araujo, flips to second, not in time. Beating the tag, Ely, and Taft is on.
Well hit ball to shortstop to Araujo's right. He plants his feet. See it right here, fastball middle of the plate. He plants his feet, makes an attempt for backhand, gets the hop to come up, and it looked like he initially came up ready to fire, and I think Krupe might have been just a shade late getting to the bag. If I'm looking to where he's standing right now, he's got a long way to go cover second base. So it's understandable why he was a shade late getting there.
Now Simon Vance will pinch hit. Johnny Depp, his favorite actor.
Favorite movie, Pirates of the Caribbean, 1, 2, or 3?
I think you got to go original, don't you? He's going to lay the bunt down, fouls it off.
Yeah, the original was good.
Thinking here, you get those two base runners over to second and third. Let's see if he squares again.
Well, we had Wyatt Glover in the first inning sacrifice bunt with 1 out.
Doesn't square this time.
You know, and if Washington's been playing like that, your bottom of the order comes up and they've been working on bunting. It's a lot more difficult than it looks like.
Baxter is high with that one, 2-1.
Thomas Baxter's now running at 63 pitches.
Three and one.
Well, Thomas Baxter's done a little bit of everything. He's pitched, he's played catcher, and right now he's just struggling a little bit with his release point.
Runs the count full with a strike.
Nothing wrong with that one. Takes a little bit off it at 60 miles an hour. He's already thrown one today at 70.
Payoff pitch. Strikes out Vance. Ball dropped, but first base occupied. Throw down to third, and the runners move up. Second and third, 2 down.
Sixth strikeout tonight for Thomas Baxter, and 2 2/3. Fastball down out of the zone. Caleb Campbell blocks it, keeps it in front, makes a snap throw to third base, and just not in time for the good base running by these Seattle boys.
Joe Sherrick, his first at-bat. In the 9th spot in the order. Daly batted in this spot in the first inning. Lasagna's a good one.
That's my favorite.
You know, I try to go that route, at least once a week if you can.
Sure seems like it, yeah. That is absolutely my favorite food.
They have out-hit Alaska 7-1. A 5-run first, another run in the second, trying to get another run across in the third inning.
I think that little discussion was the fact that Coach Mike Fay did not let home plate umpire James Davis know that Joe Sherrick was coming back into the game. So he walked over after the first pitch.
Trying to turn the lineup over, Joe Sherrick, the second baseman. Tough pitch to take there, good eye, 2-2.
That was close. Caleb Campbell was set up a little bit off the plate.
Full count. First base open, but the top of the order is waiting on deck.
We've had some success already tonight. You want to try to keep them coming up next inning.
And he draws the walk, and the bases will be loaded. Well, that's 72 pitches. And now, at bottom of the order does the job. And they'll try to get it done with 2 outs now, and Buring coming up.
Buring 1 for 2 today. This is my favorite part about Little League. These guys are out here trying to pump up Thomas Baxter. They know that he's been a big reason why they're here. Just trying to keep him up on a good note.
Fist bumps all the way around.
Yep. No conversations of Fortnite. Situation's too intense right here.
Buring will foul it straight back. Yeah, sometimes, it's nonverbal. It's just gather in, hit the reset button. One and one the count.
Yeah, you can see he's getting a little bit tired, and usually the telltale sign of a pitcher getting tired is the fastball, breaking balls all start getting a little elevated. He's not missing in and out so much, he's just missing up.
Buring an RBI opportunity with his team up 5. Fastball, late swing, fouls it off.
Thomas Baxter sensing the situation's intense again. Dials that one up to 69 miles an hour. He's touched 70. That's about as good a fastball as he's had today. And what a time to do it.
Fastball, strikes out Puring and works out of the bases loaded jam. Nothing for Washington in the third. Still a 6-1 game. It'll be the top of the order coming up for the team from Juneau. Out in Stadium, the side of this one, Northwest Regional Elimination Game, Washington in front of Alaska, 6-1, bottom of the third. This wraps up the Elimination Tuesday. We've seen West Region and Northwest Region action, and this matchup is set. Northern California and Southern California getting victories today. Pretty impressive wins, and it sets up a rematch of a game won by Southern California in day one.
Yeah, Sunday night, Southern California 16-8 over Northern California. And one of those two fine teams will be going home.
And that will be a 7 o'clock first pitch, our time, Pacific time from San Bernardino tomorrow. This is a Northwest Regional matchup that has been in the control of Washington as Kean Buss, their leadoff hitter, leads off this inning for Alaska.
Just turned 13 today. Trey.
And he, that's a special moment. The fact that it falls on this day in the Western Regional, one of the great moments for him as a kid growing up. Doesn't get much better than that.
It really doesn't. He's hoping that they extend and keep playing on. And he has a great game. And home plate umpire James Davis is obviously unaware that it was his birthday. That pitch was a couple inches outside. Buss turned to look and get the next sign from his third base coach, and he gets rung up.
One down. Eli Krupe bounced out to the third baseman his first time up. Now, his favorite sports team is the Duke Blue Devils. Wasn't referenced whether that was basketball, football, women's basketball, soccer, lacrosse.
Maybe all of them, Trey.
I don't want to be guessing, but I would think he'd probably be talking about that basketball program. Baseball.
Football's been pretty good lately.
David Cutcliffe at the helm. Aaron Durham.
Baseball team made a regional this year.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, you know, they're a basketball school, though. Let's be honest. I mean.
You think so?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 3-1.
Hazelgrove back there. Great frame Held it for a split second. Didn't get the call from James Davis.
Chased a high one. That was upstairs. Full count.
Ruby's been on base 4 times in San Bernardino. 3 walks and a single.
And goes after that high fastball again. 2 down. 5 Ks now. Henning with that 5-run lead, and he has the luxury just rearing back and firing now.
Well, he's throwing strikes. Got 1 walk on the board. He's been in pretty good control. His team spotted him a 5 spot, and well, he helped himself with a 2-run home run.
Campbell fouls off the first one. Caleb Campbell's favorite film is 42. That's a good one. Jackie Robinson story there.
Very good one.
I liked Pee Wee Reese's character.
Well, that's what it's all about. Supporting your teammates, sportsmanship. I've seen a lot of that here tonight.
That's on the edge, and that is an 0-2 count now.
Matthew Henning is getting his sign and firing, working quickly, keeps his defense on their toes.
That's hit in the air to center. Foisey coming in, he's got it. And a 1-2-3 inning. Couple Ks, fly ball out. Gastola, Henning, Fay coming up next for Washington. They'll try to add to their advantage, up 5 through 3. Top of the 4th, Washington leading Alaska 6-1. Kids from West Seattle Little League in front of the Juneau team from Gastineau Channel Little League. Looking for training and info for coaches, umpires, league volunteers, and parents? Get free backyard tips, practice plans, drills, videos, and more. Make sure you visit littleleagueuniversity.org today. Well, the Juneau, Alaska fans traveled a long way to see their team in this regional. They already have a win over Oregon. They're in catch-up posture here, and Baxter has given them some good moments, but they won't be able to use him for the entire game. Pitch count running up there.
Pitch count is at 77. Little League. I'm sorry. Little League pitch count is 85 maximum. So he's got 8 more pitches on his night.
Some dancing going on. That might be sugar kicking in. The concession stand has been a big hit here.
Exactly what I was thinking. Those guys have probably had a slushie already, found the root beer float.
Washington with the 5-run lead, and it's going to be the top part of the order. Miles Gastola, number 2 hitter. Funnel cake. You know, you had some of that funnel cake. That's an option.
You had some too, and it was pretty good, I got to tell you.
Yeah, they do a great job here. Kettle corn, lemonade, funnel cakes over there under the tent.
All the funnel cakes. Right next to the funnel cake is where all the teams stay. So they're all housed in little cabins out behind right field, staying on campus. There's my funnel cakes.
These guys know where to hang out.
A couple of umpires hanging out watching the ball game.
Gastola has an infield single and has scored a run. Go, go, Gadget.
I mean, are we talking about like long arms? Is he able to do, strange stuff with his arms and hands?
He's got that lanky frame. He's been pretty productive in this regional. Seen him pitch, and he takes a pitch there for ball 4 and leads off the inning with a walk.
Well, Thomas Baxter is at 81 pitches. Temperature still probably around 100 degrees. He caught yesterday a little bit. Now he's arguing. He wants to stay in the game. I love it.
We're at 92 degrees right now.
Oh, my bad. I was 8 off.
Cooled off a little bit. There's a look at the strikes and balls so far. Backs are really their best option right now. He had some good moments earlier in this regional.
He had some great moments. He led him to a victory in game 1, the 2-run single. Pitched a couple innings on Sunday. Then he was behind the plate as the catcher last night.
Matthew Henning, one of the stars of this one, with a 2-run homer in the first inning. And the pitching as well.
Good fastball away, good start. Trey Turner.
Spelled T-R-E-A.
Tree.
Lunges for that one, lifts it into left field, and it's caught by Araujo, who covers a lot of ground to get it out there in shallow left. Nice play.
Good breaking ball by Baxter. Gets Matthew Henning out on his front foot. Hits a little fly ball. Now watch this, kids. This is textbook how you go back and get a ball. Drop steps, and he turns and runs. He doesn't do any running backwards, trying to catch up to it that way. He acted like an outfielder. He dropped his right foot and went off on a sprint.
We have seen some great shortstop play, and Araujo is one of those guys that has drawn a lot of accolades.
It feels like every team here in San Bernardino has a stud shortstop.
Well, they say that that's your most athletic guy. That's usually the place you put the guy that can do a lot of things, covered ground, has the big arm. But he makes it almost look effortless the way he gets it done.
No, I can't give him enough kudos. That was perfect.
Pitch to Fay. It's a fastball for a strike.
Good fastball up and away. Thomas Baxter now at 86 pitches. This will be his last hitter of the evening.
Double play could get him through the inning.
And hardest pitch of the night for him. Reared back, going for the punch out. Hit 71 miles an hour. We haven't seen that out of him.
Trying to finish strong. Here's a 2-2. Took something off that one, bounced in front. Gastola with a Campbell, I should say, with a good stop there. And the runner, Gastola, down to second base.
Baxter throws a 50-mile-an-hour curveball. Caleb Campbell keeps it in front of him. Nice base running by Gastola to get to second base.
Ball 4. So that'll be the end of the road for Baxter as a pitcher, as he has maxed out on the pitch count. And it'll be runners at first and second with one down, and they'll make a pitching change here. Mike Fay giving his youngster a good hand. He did a lot of good work in this regional on the mound.
Oh, Thomas Baxter was great. You know, went over 85 pitches, and he's able to do that because he started the hitter, so the pitch count resets. But he will not pitch again in this tournament. Needs 4 days rest. He did a great job.
Baxter's going to go to third base defensively. Gets the hug from Arujo over there. And we have a right-hander as our new pitcher.
Christian Nelson coming over from third base, so we got a straight-up swap.
And we're going to take a break here with Nelson on the hill. 6-1 game, top of the fourth, Northwest Regional. Christian Nelson comes in for Baxter, who maxes out on his pitch count. Nickname is Lettuce. His favorite food, cheeseburger with lettuce. As it's a 6-1 game, a couple runners on at first and second. And Bobby Trigg at the plate for Washington.
Bobby Triggs had a nice tournament. 1 for 2 in game 1. He's already had a single to center field in the first inning.
Hit to left, right at Ludman. He's got it, 2 down, runners retreat.
Bobby Trigg fastball in, turns on it.
That was Duncan out there with the play.
And Riley Duncan in the exact right spot. 2 outs here in the fourth.
And we see some great athletes, not just baseball players. The guy at the mound right now.
Lettuce?
Yeah, Nelson.
Lettuce.
Best sports moment, he's scored 27 touchdowns in 9 games in football.
All right, do
3
the
a
math.
game.
3 a game.
Pretty impressive.
Parker Ely will hit again. He came in and pinch hit in the third. Got hit by a pitch. He's coming back up. He was obviously all right. Got hit in the left hand. Went down hard, rolled around for a split second, and hustled down to first.
Goes by Parks. It's one of the nicknames.
Is he the one that never cleans his spikes or doesn't say rain?
Now this is a P or Parks. There's a couple different nicknames. Here's the 1-0. Washington trying to make something happen with 2 outs in the inning here. Top of the fourth. Looks at 3 pitches.
Well, Nelson inherits 2 base runners from Thomas Baxter. So he's going to try to find a way to get back into this count.
He walks Ely to load him up.
So Alaska has Eli Krupe, Oliver, Arujo, and Caleb Campbell. Now, including tonight, Thomas Baxter. They are all ineligible to pitch from going over their pitch counts.
Wyatt Glover with the bases full, 2 down.
Take strike 1. Well taught after you see somebody walk on 4 pitches. Good idea to take a pitch, not get too aggressive.
Pulls that one, had a good rip at it. West Seattle Little League just across the water from downtown Seattle. Trying to keep their season going. This is an elimination game in the Northwest Regional. Whoa, nope, strike called on the outside corner. Got him looking. And a good job done by Nelson to get out of the frame. 6-1. Washington has that 5-run advantage. Bottom of the 4th is coming up from Al Houghton Stadium. Here's a look at the volunteer umpires here at Houghton Stadium. Washington in front of Alaska, 6-1, bottom of the 4th. These guys are having some fun, as are the kids. All volunteers here at the ballpark, putting in the long hours, and you got to have fun out on the diamond. These guys do.
You got to be having fun. Singing along right here.
We showed you the West Region bracket. NorCal and SoCal are going to meet tomorrow. And in the Northwest region, the winner of this one will be taking on Beaverton, Oregon tomorrow. 6-1 lead for Washington, a 5-run first inning, the big story for the West Seattle Little Leaguers. And now Juneau trying to get the rally caps on with Henning on the mound. He has struck out 5. Thomas Baxter to lead it off. First pitch, bouncer, foul.
Matthew Henning's been in pretty good command of this game. 42 pitches through 3. Showing a good fastball, a nice breaking ball. And Thomas Baxter. Big game on the mound for him. Struggled a little bit early, but settled in and kept his team in the game.
Henning with an 0-2 fastball that misses.
Looked like he tried to spin a little slider right there, lost control of it. See if he comes back with it.
Hit on the ground towards Sherrick, takes a funny hop, stays with it, and throws out Baxter. Did that ball speed up off the turf there?
Sure looked like it might have caught something and just kicked it a little bit forward. Sherrick does a nice job of keeping it in front. Quick snap throw.
And I think it's time for, it looked like they were going to bring a pinch hitter out here. And they will. It's going to be Riley Duncan. He actually came in defensively in the last half inning. Duncan a hit for Ludman.
Riley Duncan looking for his first hit in San Bernardino. Made a nice play out in left field.
Showing bunt with the third baseman Trigg anticipating.
Well, let's see if he's showing bunt and pulling it back and taking a strike, or he's going to show bunt and try to go for a base hit.
Chased one high and away, high and inside there. Bread, favorite food. You can't really go wrong there.
No, I like
You
bread.
go a lot of different ways with bread.
Obviously, he's not worried, at this age about carbs and everything else, but you can't go wrong with bread. It's just, just curious. Wheat bread, white bread.
7 grain is good.
I highly doubt.
Sourdough.
Sourdough. I highly doubt he is into 7 grain bread.
French bread.
Way too young for
Pumpernickel maybe.
that. No. We'll go with big rolls, French.
Felled off.
Technically, can I call it croissant bread?
Yeah, you can. You want to go there. You want to go there for that flaky stuff.
I mean, then we got biscuits.
Yep.
So all sorts of breakfast.
See, the problem with he could say, but if you don't have the gravy with the biscuits, is it really? I mean, is bread the number 1 item there?
Oh yeah, you throw some jelly or honey on top of that. You kidding me?
Off speed is driven to center. That's well hit, and it's tracked down by Foisey, 2 away. Hard hit ball.
Yeah, he squared that ball up. Fastball elevated in the zone. Drives it out to center field, and Foisey tracks it down. And we are at 50 pitches. I think we're going to see a new pitcher. They're going to try to keep him eligible. He was going to have to miss 2 days. He's going to have to miss 2 days, and then he'll be back. And right now, the only pitcher that Washington doesn't have available to him is Miles Gastola.
Henning will go to center, and it's like Foisey's coming in.
So I think we're going to have a straight-up swap. Henning goes out to center field.
Robbie Foisey now pitching in from center. Let's take a look at the bracket. We mentioned the West Regional. Here's the Northwest Regional as it stands right now. Beaverton, Oregon advancing into our game 7 Eastern time tomorrow, 4 p.m. Pacific on ESPN Plus. Against the winner of this one, we could have a Washington-Oregon battle. Team separated by I-5, just a short drive.
That could be a good game. I'm looking forward to seeing that. But the Alaska boys might have something to say. Trey?
Well, they already have a win in this regional, and it was against Oregon. Let's remember, that was a 2-1 win. So it's a very capable team, but they couldn't solve Henning. Now the question is, can they solve this new pitcher, Foisey?
Yeah, well, we got the worm going on out in center field.
Henning can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah,
he's played.
He worked hard. You know what? Generally don't like to see my players laying down out in the outfield, but man, after that job of pitching, go ahead and sprawl out.
He also has that 2-run home run to his credit, and Foisey will get the call on the bump now. 12-year-old LeBron, which I guess means he would be a Lakers fan now, not a Cavs fan. And here's Araujo.
He can still be a Cavs fan.
Can you be a LeBron fan and not be a Lakers fan? There's the question for you.
Ooh.
I'm just throwing it out there.
And I'm just going to leave it right there.
Big cut from Araujo.
Robbie Foisey with a good fastball. Araujo with a good cut. Araujo had a great first game, 2 for 2. We've seen his athleticism at shortstop.
He's got a good team that he's picked as his NFL team. They've won a little bit. Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, Little League alums. Check swing. Did he offer on that? I don't think it was close. They're going to ask for the appeal. They go down to Ralph Metz. He says, no, sir.
I like that. Araujo held it right where he left it, Just making sure, you guys see where it's at now. I stopped it right here.
Trying to make the job easier on those umpires. Here's the 2-2. Lays off of that one. Full count.
That was a tough one to lay off. Foisey looks like he's got a little sink action on the ball, diving down and into right-handers.
Fastball blows it by Araujo and ends the inning. One batter, the out for Foisey in relief of Henning, a 1-2-3 inning. Fifth inning's coming up. It's 6-1 Washington, Hazelgrove, Sherrick, and then the top of the order. Fans of the Juneau, Alaska kids from Gastineau Channel Little League in Juneau watching their team. They already have a win in this regional over Oregon. The Little League Grow the Game Grant Initiative has distributed over $2 million at the local level. Grant funding provides local Little League's resources for general improvement and to expand or establish softball challenge division and urban initiative programs. For more info, littleleague.org/grow the game. Well, we have seen some people get some souvenirs, and that kid has a baseball.
They all got baseballs. Well, they're on the Seattle side of the stand, so they're pretty happy. Fumble, go get the ball. And a loose ball. I thought we might have a fumble, dive on top of it.
And those are guys that T-ball is the next step for them.
Yeah, there are the next batch of West Seattle Little Leaguers.
Here's a young ball player, a Little Leaguer. 6-1 lead. And that 5-run lead looks pretty large with the way Henning was pitching, and then Foisey comes in, that one batter, that's got to give them hope the way he delivered coming out from center field. Hazelgrove's going to lead things off for the West Seattle Little Leaguers. Laser foul down the third baseline. That had extra bases written all over it.
David Burt, third base umpire, averts the play. Caleb Campbell out in left field. We got wholesale changes by Alaska. Nelson still on the mound. Araujo behind the plate. Esteban Demert at first base.
And there's a shot off of the third baseman, Baxter. That was a rocket from Hazelgrove. He's on with the infield single.
He's probably thinking to himself, I should have had that ball. Gets the ball, gets the glove up, tips off the end of it. New shortstop, Ezra Vidal. Hustle's trying to make a play.
Washington trying to add to their advantage in the top of the fifth. This is Jake Daly hitting in the number 9 spot in the order.
Daly walked in the third. No, excuse me. He batted in the first inning. And now he re-enters.
And we have a pinch runner now. Simon Vance will run at first base for Hazel Grove.
We have substitutions all over the place right now, Trey.
Everybody gets involved. We've seen so many key pinch hitters and pinch runners in this regional. And it never fails, year in and year out here in San Bernardino. Somebody coming off the bench makes a big play that ends up being a play that dictates the winner, dictates the outcome in the game. Throw down to first, gets past the first baseman. Vance is on the move, and he's into second safely.
Rougeau has a great arm. He comes up, tries to throw behind the runner at first base. Throw was a little bit up the line, and Demert was not able to get it. Kaysen Ludman gets the ball in quickly.
Daly hits it deep to center, and it is out of here. Well, we just talked about guys coming off the bench. Daly is second at bat. He makes the most of that opportunity. It's 8-1.
Gets a fastball up in the zone for his first hit of the tournament, and it's a good one. Fastball way up out of the zone. He hits it, and look at him, he running hard. He's not quite sure he got it. I was thinking Buss out in center field might have a shot. A little power on display from Seattle.
It's a couple two-run homers. Henning hit one in the first.
We're back up to the top of the lineup.
Tristan Buring, 8 runs and 8 hits now. And you brought this up when we started the broadcast. They gave up that 11-run inning to Idaho, the first inning, in their loss. Since that point, they've really played some good baseball. They got that out of their system, apparently, cruising along in this one.
Yeah, they ended up outscoring Idaho the rest of the way, but you know, it's hard to look up and the score is 11-0, and you haven't even had an at-bat yet. You know, it's demoralizing, and it just completely took them out of their game. They were able to put together 6, and you were talking about how the backups have proven to show up and have huge moments here in San Bernardino. Well, the backups got everything started in Seattle's rally. They had a 6-run inning, got back into the game, and the backups all came in and got on base, had a couple singles. Parker Ely had a double in that rally.
Yeah, they got some guys that are some spark plugs on this team. And Buring's on board. Nobody out.
Now we run back up to the top of the lineup. Miles Gastola, 1 for 2 with a walk. Go Gadget back up to the plate. Good pitch. Took a little bit off of that fastball. I think you guys have that same song in common, Ice Ice Baby. Favorite song?
Vanilla Ice, right?
Yeah.
Well, you know, you're taking me back now. I'm talking what, late 80s?
I'm going to go with 90s.
Early 90s?
Early 90s.
Okay.
Yeah, you're dating yourself now, Trey.
1990 maybe. I'll give you 1990. It was right on the edge.
Okay. I'm not going to argue with you.
That's inside.
I know that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to get me to argue with you.
Just trying to engage.
Not falling into your trap.
I'm engaging as Buring is down to second base now with nobody out.
Well, we showed the stat on Alaska's first game, and they were playing and it's 104 degrees. And in Juneau at that time, it was 64.
And Gostola finds the gap in left center. That runs to the fence. Buehring will score. There's an RBI double for Gostola. He has a couple hits, and it's 9-1.
You see that go-go gadget swing. Good-looking athlete, gets a fastball to hit. Nice piece of hit and drives it into the left center gap. See Caleb Campbell out in left field. Tracks it down, gets it in quickly.
And now the star of the game, Matthew Henning. Nobody out. Popped up. First baseman, Demert, and he can't come up with it in foul ground.
Well, Matthew Henning looked like he got tied up a little bit. Christian Nelson. I think Demert got caught on the hand on that one. And a little bit of pain over at first base. We're going to have a timeout. First base umpire Ralph Metz recognizing that Esteban Demert's in a little bit of pain.
Nobody out, and this is a potential big inning for Washington. And when you think big picture now, we talked about how teams are going deep into their staffs and using, you'd like to bring in that 11th run because you avoid using the arms here in a couple more innings, and that could be a factor as you look down the line.
Well, you're seeing what's happening. You know, Alaska's out 5 pitchers, you know, so this tournament keeps running on. Alaska's had to play 3 straight games. Washington got a first-round bye, so they were able to save their pitching. You know, Gostola's the only one that was out going into this game, and now Henning will probably be out 2 days. Yeah, they're going to press the accelerator down and try to get a couple more runs on the board, see if they can end this game early and save at least 1 inning of pitching from somebody.
See the people in the blue shirt there, that's Loma Linda Children's Hospital. Volunteers taking a look at first baseman Demert.
I love the fact that they're out here, they're volunteering their time, but we've seen them way too much today. Demert hustling back over his shoulder, running hard, looks up and he realizes he's overrun the ball, tries to back up and actually just does the athletic thing and sticks his hand out and tries to catch it with the bare hand, and looks like it caught his fingers.
We're going to give him some time to warm up and get a few tosses in here.
Ralph Metz is asking Christian Nelson to back up a little bit and give him a chance to throw something a little bit harder. And he's good to go.
9-1, nobody out, runner at second, and the at-bat continues. Like it might have been a foul out for Henning, but good hitter gets another opportunity here, 0-1.
Still flexing that right hand.
Henning with an RBI opportunity, represents the 11th run as well, and fouls that one off. Oh, nice barehanded grab there by a fan, first base side.
It's a great catch. He's looking for some lucky kid to give the ball to. I think he's even got a broken pinky. How about that? Catches it with a broken pinky.
Strong. 0-2. Lace foul. Hey, David Burt there. You have really got to be aware down that third base line, the third base ump.
And there's the benefactor of the nice catch out in the stands. Gentleman gave it to that boy right there.
That's what it's all about.
That's exactly what it's about. Look at this ball, it's dirty. He's had a slushie. I'm going to go on a limb and say he's had a cherry slushie.
No question. 0-2.
Or else an enormous amount of licorice.
Red Vines. Henning stays alive, fouls that one back. Well, Henning's a complete player. He's done a little bit of everything.
Deep breath, gather yourself, cut your swing down a little bit, Matthew. Just let this ball deep. Hen dog. Drive this ball to right field. First couple swings, he was trying to hit another home run.
And he chased a high one. He wanted it. Couldn't catch up with it. That's out number 1.
Nice job by Christian Nelson. He's got a couple of Ks to him tonight. This is the second one.
Now Caden Fay. He went oppo with a double in the first. Scored a run. Also was reached on the walk. And the coach's son, the chance here with a runner at second base. He represents the run that would put him up 10, bring that 10-run rule into effect here in the 5th. Alaska will get their chances being the home team in the bottom half of the inning.
Favorite athlete, Mike Trout.
He's definitely been the number 1 athlete mentioned. Most people.
No, yeah, I agree with you.
We've heard a lot of Altuve.
A lot of Altuve, yeah.
Ground ball hit to the shortstop, playing deep, and everybody's safe. Vidal over there.
Ezra Vidal ranges to his right, tries a backhand. Looked like it just kicked up on him a little bit. We got runners on first and third, and talking about the 10-run cushion. He's now on base at first base.
Bobby Trigg is singled. 1 for 3. Throw down to second, nobody covering the bag. It was thrown to Vidal, and that's actually a good play by Araujo because no one was covering the bag. He threw it to a guy at least near the bag. It's second and third now.
Well, there's 4 plays as a defense that you have in a first and third situation. The first play is throw it straight back to the pitcher, let him deal with the situation. Second play is usually trying to throw it straight down to second base and get the base runner stealing and get that out. Number 3 play generally is a arm fake down to second base and firing to third base. And my number 4 play was that play right there where the shortstop cuts in front of the base.
And Trigg strikes out. That's the second out of the inning.
So Araujo fired down to what he thought was going to be Vidal cutting across the base. And Vidal was moving that way.
Second and third situation now, and that 11th run represented at second base. Want to play Little League in your local community? Visit PlayLittleLeague.org. Enter your address to find a Little League program near you. Ely, scheduled hitter here for Washington. And you see the situation, 2 out, 2 on. A single could make it an 11-1 game.
Well, Robbie Foisey's been playing an excellent center field. He walked in the first. Ely pinch hit in the third, got hit on the hand. Walked in the fourth. This is his third at bat. And here we go.
Parker Ely facing Nelson. Out in front of that one, took something off the pitch.
Christian Nelson is a little bit below the hitting speed that they've seen so far tonight. Baxter was coming in at 65 to 71.
0-2.
And Christian Nelson's been 49 to 53, changing speeds, and it's throwing Seattle off a little bit.
Here's a 2-strike offering. inside, tried to drop that one down in.
Almost ran that back in for a strike. Ely gave up on it.
Two and two.
You could see Araujo was set up way off the plate, hoping to get Ely to expand the strike zone. And Ely was not biting.
Fastball popped up. And Krupe is there to end the inning. So through 4.5, Washington leads it 9-3. They put 3 on the board, extend their lead in this elimination game. Season on the line for Washington and Alaska. The kids from West Seattle with a big 5-run first inning, 3 more in the 5th, a comfortable 8-run lead. Catch all the excitement of the Little League World Series, including how to visit Williamsport, scores, stats, highlights, and more. Visit littleleague.org or follow along on social media with hashtag LLWS. Well, you have an Oregon team that's awaiting the winner of this one tomorrow. The Beaverton kids getting it done, putting themselves in a good spot. Who will it be? Will it be the West Seattle Little Leaguers, or will it be Juneau, the Gastineau Channel Little Leaguers? Alaska has a lot of work to do down by 8 runs.
You're going to have to be patient and find out, Trey. I don't think Alaska's going to give up. They've come too far. They've battled. I think we're going to see a little bit of a fight left here.
Austin Demert, who hurt his hand momentarily defensively at first base. Looks like he's okay and ready to go. Leading off this inning with Foisey, Robbie Foisey on the mound. Foisey came in, looked good in the one batter he faced in the 4th, striking out Araujo.
Esteban Bon. I'm sure he probably could have waited about 15 more minutes after getting hit on the hand with that ball, but he's up there. We've seen some gutsy performances out of these kids that get dinged up, and they got to stay out there and play. Doesn't matter how hot it is. Pretty good pitch by Robbie Foisey. If you're Alaska right now, you're finding any way to get on base and start a rally, get hit, walk, hit. Obviously getting a hit would be the best situation.
Best sports moment for Demert, inside the park home run.
That's a pretty good moment.
You got to be able to run pretty well. Strike on the corner. Foisey paints the black with that one. One down.
Robbie Foisey Good pitch. Been able to locate on that outside corner fairly well so far. Here it is again. Fastball. Look at it. It comes back a little bit. A little two-seam action. Sink. We got Samuel Lockhart hitting for Christian Nelson.
Saw Lockhart play second base in their first game. Hitting in the number 8 spot in the order with one down.
Alaska getting their substitutes. Duncan's already hit, so there's one left.
Lockhart is a fan of Miguel Cabrera. Loves the Tigers.
And they call him Mammo.
He also loves enchiladas. You really can't go wrong with that choice. I don't know how you feel about the Tigers' choice, being a former Oriole from those years.
Oh, Cabrera's a great player. You got to love him. You know, he's out there, he has fun, he works hard, plays hard, hits balls really long way.
This kid can really run. Lockhart, cross-country and track guy along with basketball.
That is a lot of running sports.
Especially if you have a fast break basketball team that doesn't, settle into the half court, but gets it out on
on the run. We go.
Secondary break. Run the floor.
And
there's ball 4.
Gets the rally started for Juneau. We'll see Miles Gostola come in and have a impromptu mound visit. While Coach Buss is probably, I'm going to guess, Sean Oliver is going to pinch hit right here. What do you think?
I like the guess. I was thinking the same thing. I see number 10 over there.
Hey, we got one down. We got a guy on first. Let's roll 2 right here. Okay, let's go.
Let's go, boys. Here we go.
Let's go. Let's play some D right here.
Mike Fay there.
That's one of those just trying to call a timeout, reset the situation. Your pitcher's been throwing fairly well, following Matthew Henning, who didn't have very many blips on the radar. So you just walk out and, hey, we're all right. Throw me a strike right here. Get a ground ball. Let's get out of this.
Sean Oliver, the aforementioned, at the plate.
That's a pretty wide range of favorite food, Trey. Taco Bell.
Yeah, you can go a lot of ways there.
Well, I mean, you got the enchiladas, you got the tacos, you got the burritos. You probably can get the tostada if you want a little salad.
He's kind of limited himself, though, in terms of favorite songs. He says, I don't have one. Does not have a favorite song. I know you, Leonard Skinner, right? Simple Man, that's yours?
Simple Man. That was my ringtone.
Man, that's a good one. There's a pitch that is a wild one, and back to the screen. And down to second base is Lockhart.
You know, I'm just thinking ahead here. Foisey started this at bat under 20 pitches. He could come back and pitch tomorrow if they need him, if they take him out right here after this at bat. Just guessing, try to keep everybody in case you play tomorrow. Or do you just use him up all tonight, secure the win? What are you doing?
I think you just got to worry about what's in front of you, and then you got Oregon kind of on the back burner right now. There's ball 4. Oliver's on.
Well, we've seen back-to-back walks. Starting to struggle a little bit. I think we're going to see a new pitcher.
You had a sense there, a sixth sense, being a former pitcher, that this could be a possibility.
Well, I feel like we're in a good spot here. We got first and second. We need to roll 2. So I'm going to do a straight swap with you and Parker. Okay? So get some water, get some rest right now. Great job, Robbie. Yeah, boy.
Good job, Robbie.
Hey, guys, we need to play some D here. Okay, Miles, come here. Don't lose focus right now, okay? Let's shut it down right now. Let's go. Pump the zone.
Solid. That'll be it for Foyce. He did a nice job with a couple Ks coming out in relief of Henning.
So you heard Mike Fay say it's going to be a straight-up swap, which means Parker Ely comes off the bench. Foyce goes to the bench, and right now he is in a substitution mode. Parker Ely re-enters.
9-1 game, trying to get this thing through the 5th inning. 12 years old.
I didn't mind the move, Trey, to be honest with you. It keeps Foyce, in the game for tomorrow. He stayed under, he started the pitch count under 19. So he's able to come back tomorrow. And then you get Ely a little bit of work.
Yeah.
And, maybe cut off the rally right here.
Henning really has played well today. He's out there in center field now. They ask the pitcher, Ely, about his favorite sports moment. He says, I have two. My first over the fence home run, pretty awesome, but I was on the mound in the state championship game as the closer. When we won, my team pig piled on top of me. It was the best feeling in the world.
Wait.
Does it get any better than that?
I don't know. I've never been on the bottom of one. Wait, pig piled? Is that what he said? He said pig piled. I've definitely never been on the bottom of a pig pile. I've seen a bunch of dog piles in my life. I don't even know what a pig pile is, to be honest with you, Trey.
It's bounced up there, and locating the baseball is Hazel Grove, and the runners will stay put at first and second.
I can't get over the pig pile.
Kean Buss at the plate, the 1-0. It's 2-0 now.
Ely's just missing down in the zone. See if he makes a little bit of an adjustment. Kean Buss, 0 for 2 tonight. Happy birthday again, Kean.
Bouncer, first baseman, throws to second, and it's an errant throw by Gostula, and a run's going to come across. Coming in is Lockhart. (9-2).
Well, ground ball to first base. Ely throws strike one. Kean Buss, ground ball to first base. Left-handed Miles Gostola gets the two-hop ground ball and comes up quickly. Really didn't set his feet. I don't think he realized that Kean Buss can run down the line pretty quick. He wasn't going to get a double play and just rushed himself a little bit and threw the ball offline to second base.
Now Eli Krupe, who is 0 for 2. Fastball's a good one. It pops the glove on the inside corner from Ely.
He's been on base quite a bit. Got the save in game 2. Excuse me, in game 1 for Alaska.
0-2.
Well, I talked about you're going to come back from an 8-run deficit. You're going to need all sorts of things to happen. You're going to need walks, and we've gotten 2 of those. You're going to need some errors. Gotten 1 of those. Now you're going to need to get some hits.
And as long as they look good on the score sheet, you'll take them any way you can get them. Line drive would be nice, but you take a bloop single, one of the Texas Leaguers. Seeing eye singles, we've seen a few of those.
Whatever it takes to get on base. Alaska's down to 5 outs. They need all the base runners they can get.
Tried to bring that one back in and missed with it. Parker Ely. It was Henning, then it was Foisey, now Ely, the third pitcher for West Seattle. 2-2. Bouncer right back to the hill. He goes to first, and they get the second out.
Parker Ely taking the sure out. Ground ball back to him. Still hot out here, Trey.
We hit 108 degrees, and last I checked, we're at 92.
We still haven't gotten into the 80s yet.
Threatening the high 80s. Caleb Campbell, first pitch bouncer, third baseman Trigg, across the diamond. Got him, and that'll end the inning. So only one run across for Alaska, 9-2, we're through 5. Washington looking good in the Northwest Regional elimination game. Washington leads Alaska 9-2, top of the 6th inning, as the West Seattle Little Leaguers have out-hit the Juneau team 10-1 in this one. 5-run first, 1 in the second, 3 in the 5th, trying to keep their season going in this elimination game in the Northwest Regional. Alaska's been a lot of fun to watch, had a win over Oregon in their first game. And in the top of the 6th inning, Washington looking for a little insurance here, up by 7.
Couple defensive changes. Samuel Lockhart on the bump. We will have Caden Quinto returns to first base. Kaysen Ludman goes behind the plate. Antone Arujo moves back to shortstop. And I think that's all we got, Trey.
Still got Baxter over there at third.
Still got Baxter at third. Bus in center field.
There's Arujo. And they've done a great job at putting their best athletes in the right spots. Arujo's made some good plays out at shortstop.
Baxter at third base. Solid left side of the infield. Campbell out and left. Still haven't figured out Blake Taft's favorite pizza. He re-enters.
He'll lead things off here against Lockhart, and swings and misses at the first offering. Now Washington's offense has been really good in this regional. Now they really struggled in terms of losing to Idaho, and we've documented that 16-6, but 6 runs there, 9 more here. Maybe they're finding it at the right time.
Well, it is a good time, and they're going to be coming back tomorrow if they hold on to this one.
Breaking ball, strike called on the corner from Lockhart.
Lockhart enters the game, and nice pitch, high leg kick. Front door breaking ball. Freezes Taft. He thought it was coming up and in. Breaks down. Nice job of framing back there by Case and Ludman. Simon Vance comes back up, re-enters the game.
You've seen him as a pinch runner and at the plate. You know, I think should Washington hang on here, we got a setup of a couple pretty good games tomorrow. Washington, Oregon, separated by short distance on I-5, and then NoCal and SoCal in the West region, always interesting. That'll draw some fans here at the ballpark.
Yep, a couple border states, rivalries. Saw Northern California and Southern California game 4 on Sunday night in a slugfest. We have not seen Washington, Oregon play each other. Alaska beat Oregon in game 1 for them. So does that mean that Washington should be favored over Oregon because Oregon lost to Alaska?
I don't compare scores. I'm not one of those guys. I'm not going to get the slide rule out or anything.
Just trying to get you to break into a little bit of analytical, you know.
I'm not going there.
All
3-1. I mean, you can make an assumption. There's ball 4. Vance is on with 1 down.
And we're going to have another re-entry, I believe.
You know who this is? This is Jake Daly, who they've kind of shuttled in and out of there, bottom part of the order.
So the re-entry rule. Sherrick's out in the field. Daly hits. Daly hits a home run to center field. I got to hit him again, don't I? I mean, your record as a T-ball coach is
unblemished.
Unblemished.
Yeah.
So you got the guy who hit a home run last inning. You got to bring him back.
Yeah, you got to play him.
You know, why don't you explain your theory as a coach? I mean, you know, you got into it a little bit about letting the guys play and
players' game. It's players' game. You can't overcoach them. I think a lot of your great coaches would tell you that. Buck Showalter, one of those.
No, you're absolutely right. You got to let your boys play. Coach them when they need it, but for the most part, stay out of the way.
That's a pitch that just missed off the corner from Lockhart. He falls behind 2-0 to Daly. Chase that one.
I think the pitch before it was probably a little bit better hitting, but he got impatient. He's coming off a home run. I'm not up here to walk.
Strike called. He likes that inside corner against right-handed hitters.
That little front door breaking ball, the hitter registers out of the hand as it's coming inside, up and in, and it drops down for a strike.
And he goes outside. Strike 3 called. 2 down.
It's 2 strikeouts for Lockhart. Good location on that fastball. Slide it back. Up away. It's a glove. It. Well, Sammy Lockhart.
Tristan Buren. 1 for 3, single and a walk. Chased one high there, strike 1. Looking ahead to the bottom half. Middle part of the order, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters coming up for Alaska.
Buring on his 5th at bat. Singled in the second. Got a walk in the fifth.
Looks at a strike, says James Davis Jr. 1-2.
Yeah, he gives that late call, so you got a split second as a pitcher where you're looking in and you're not getting the call that you think's a strike, and then all of a sudden James Davis raises the right arm.
Fastball hammered to right field and gone. Buring goes big fly.
See the hug. The Seattle boys meet him at home plate. And the celebration begins for the team from Washington. Here comes a fastball, inner half. Gets the bad head out. And that ball is in one of the tents out in right field.
How about 3 home runs for the West Seattle Little Leaguers? Henning, Daly, and Buring.
Now Gastola comes up. Coming off a double to left center. Last inning.
He also has a single. And he rips it to center. That's well played, though, stationed perfectly. The center fielder to end the inning, and Busk gloves it. And we head to the bottom of the 6th. Washington tacks on 2 more. They lead Alaska 11-2 in this Northwest Regional elimination game.
Here it is. Tristan Buring, fastball in. Gets every bit of it. Seattle 11, Alaska 2, going into the bottom of the 6th.
The West Seattle Little Leaguers from Washington with an impressive performance, 11 runs, 11 hits. They lead Alaska 11-2. Bottom of the 6th could be the last chance for the Juneau kids, who have fared well in this regional. A win over Oregon. They do have a loss to Montana, but down to their final 3 outs, and Ely will try to close the door here. Leading things off is Thomas Baxter. And the first pitch is a strike. Parker Ely, third pitcher of the night. Henning and Foisey got it started. And combined, they've allowed just 1 hit. Ground ball hit to shortstop. Glover to his left, the throw. Got him.
Great play by Wyatt Glover. Thomas Baxter hits a ground ball up shortstop. And here's the replay. Watch this little hop come up. He secures it with the body, comes out of it quickly with the hand on the ball, and throws a strike over to Castola at first. Well done, nice athletic adjustment.
Now Kaysen Ludman with one down. Alaska making the long trip from Juneau. And they pulled off one of the surprises in this regional, beating Oregon, a team that's playing tomorrow.
They really did, and you know, it was good pitching, great defense. They played really well, and we've talked about it. They just, you know, fell behind early.
Ground ball to Glover. And he's there with the throw, 2 down. Beaverton, Oregon awaiting the winner of this one. That'll be our Northwest Regional game tomorrow. West Regional, Northern California against Southern California from Al Houghton Stadium. And here is Antone Arujo. What do you think? Glover gets another opportunity to close it out at short?
Man, that last ball came up on him a little bit too. You know, this infield's great, it's flawless. It's immaculate. They take great care of this infield. But after 6 innings of baseball, shortstop position gets chewed up a little bit, and that last ball looked like it came up on him again.
Late swing from Arujo, 1-1.
Arujo's had a really good tournament. 2 for 2 in the first game, got a walk in the second game. And we haven't spoken much about it, Trey, and I'm going to go on and do it. I know it's going to make you mad. But Arujo's got the only hit here tonight.
And that was in the second. Drove in a run.
Alaska scored 2 runs on 1 hit.
You know, a combined 1 hitter with 3 different pitchers. That's
pretty good.
It's very good.
Yeah. I mean, I know you're a little spoiled from the game before this where we had a combined perfect game.
I mean, that was just fantastic. That's pulled on the ground to third. Trigg has it. The throw. Got him. A 1-2-3 inning. 3 ground ball outs. And Washington, a winner over Alaska, 11-2 in this elimination game. Congratulations to the Juneau kids. Come out of here with a win in this regional. Washington too much in this one.
Yeah, they just jumped out to a big lead, 5-0 in the first, got another one in the second, and then just held on. Matthew Henning pitched great. A couple relievers followed that, and then secure the 1 hitter. You see Bobby Trigg over at third base, looks it in, long throw across the diamond, and bang, bang to an Athletic Arujo, to get Athletic Arujo.
11 runs and 11 hits, and a combined 1 hitters from 3 different pitchers. A complete effort for the West Seattle Little Leaguers, and they're going to get a date with Beaverton, Oregon tomorrow in the Northwest Regional. Looking forward to that one.
That should be a really good game. You know, tomorrow night we're going to have some good games. A couple rivals, I think.
Should be a lot of fun. Thanks to Greg Olson. I'm Trey Bender saying so long for now from San Bernardino. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN. Oregon and Washington coming up tomorrow in Northwest Regional play. Day 3 in the books from Al Houghton Stadium.